Are you looking to move to Fort Lauderdale and you are still confused that is the Fort Lauderdale good town for you? Then let's find out in this video. Hey, this is Komal Acharya. I'm a local real estate agent in the Florida area. So if you're new to this channel, then don't forget to subscribe it because I make tons of videos. I go in the area and also vlog style video. You will find a lot many on my channel. Now let's discuss about the Fort Lauderdale city today in this video. That if you get to hear lot many things about the city because it's a very famous city among the tourists. Almost 80 million people visits this city every single year. Yes, yeah, it's true. Moving to the new city is always challenging, right? Because it's quite a bit task when you decide to move to the new city. You do have to do all kind of homeworks and have to spend tons of time in the research. And just to have a little bit stress off from your head, that's what the research we do. And this video will be helpful to you because I'm breaking down a lot of factors in this particular video, and you can judge that if this city is actually for you or not. This city is next to Miami, so it's a metropolitan city. I would consider Fort Lauderdale lifestyle is more like a downtown lifestyle. Of course, there is a specific downtown area in the Fort Lauderdale area, but living in a Fort Lauderdale is like a dream because you experience lot many things living here. That's why let me break down why you should choose living in Fort Lauderdale. And if you're looking to see some of the pros and cons, because every place is not perfect, right? So if you are looking to see the breakdowns of the pros and cons, then check out my other video. And if you're looking to see, let's say, comparison between suburbs and the Fort Lauderdale city, then also I have break down this in my other videos, so don't forget to check out those. So now let's first see in the map where this city is located. So Fort Lauderdale is located 30 miles north of the Miami area. It's close to the Atlantic Ocean. This is the huge city because the population of the city is almost 180,000, which is huge because you will see a lot many smaller cities also close to the beach side on the Atlantic side, but this particular city is widely spread. So Fort Lauderdale is divided between the east side and the west side of the Fort Lauderdale. The reason I say is divided because the west side of the Fort Lauderdale is quite a bit patchy and the east side is closer to the beach. So if you take this US 1 highway and the west side, which is towards the Everglades, that's the west side of the area, and the east side is toward the Atlantic Ocean. Fort Lauderdale is the one city where you can find even the closer small cities which has a similar lifestyle you can live, but at the same time you don't have to kind of experience the downtown feel. So that could be the Wilton Manors or Oakland Park or Lauderdale by Sea. Those are the cities very close to Fort Lauderdale, and it has almost similar lifestyle and very close to beach also. Now let's talk about the highways, which are the main highways which is passing through the city. So if you have a work surrounding of that city, then how would be your commute level. So let's talk about that. So 95 is actually passing on the west side of the city, so it's a little bit further than the east. So if you're living in the east side, then you would have a long commute, and yes, you need to consider the traffic because there is the traffic inside the downtown area, especially the east side, is crazy. That's why many people even don't use car. When they are living locally, like on the east side, they mostly use either the Uber, they have a scooters, or many people use the golf carts or the motorbike. So a lot of even fun things you can do while you are living on the east side. If for the work itself, if your work is not in the downtown area and a little bit further, then yes, 100% you need to consider the commute. So Fort Lauderdale also has the another beautiful highway which is called the US 1 that's kind of passing to that. So that highway is beautiful because it's actually going on north. It's going more closer to the ocean, and it has the beautiful spectacular views in between. That's one of my favorite highway, and it also called as Ocean Boulevard eventually. So right now in a Fort Lauderdale, it's called as a US 1. So if you go through this US 1, it directly goes to the Palm Beach, or it goes even further north. So it's a beautiful highway. You must explore if you love to bike, or if you do the jogging. So many people even go there on the US 1 and try to just use that highway for their even exercise purpose too. That highway is pretty narrow in the some part, but it's a beautiful, spectacular views you may find when you are passing very close to the beach area. Another fact about this Fort Lauderdale is it's surprisingly very affordable city. Why I'm saying affordable, because it's not that costly. I'm not saying it's cheaper, but it's not that costly. You do have tons of choices to get the good housing near to the beach in the affordable prices. But at the same time, of course, there are some of the cons also about living in that downtown area. So that's something I have break down in my other video. But talking about the affordability, the city is not considered very high cost of living compared to some other states, while I'm comparing. But of course, the city itself has a little bit higher, like I would say like 40% higher cost of living than some of the other cities of the Florida. So I'm just comparing another cities of the Florida with the Fort Lauderdale. But at the same time, you get many things to do while you are living in the Fort Lauderdale itself. So while I'm talking about the affordability is, let's focus on the housing. So housing market is not that bad. The average housing market here, you may find like 3 to 4 bedrooms near to the beach area around like 400,000, and let's say if you go up to like 550,000, then you may find the beautiful, spectacular house with the new feel, like a contemporary style houses also. And the Fort Lauderdale has so many older neighborhoods. So if you like the traditional style, then also you may get around even 300,000, 350,000. We just closed a few months ago in a Turpin River around 350,000 house, which is not bad because you're very close to the beach, and at the same time you have a choice to renovate that house. You do have equity in the house, so you can make that house your own after doing all kind of remodelings. So this brings me to the next point. You get to see a varieties of houses in the Fort Lauderdale. The Fort Lauderdale houses are not cookie cutter. Like, if you go in a suburb, then you may find the almost similar style houses. But Fort Lauderdale houses, you find a lot of varieties. If you want to live in a condo style, then you have so many choices to choose from. On the Ocean Boulevard itself, there are like, I would say, at least like 50 condos just on that one street you may find. And they have a spectacular views. They have a resort style clubhouses. So you name it, a lot of things you may find. And yes, only thing you may not find is the square footage, because the condos are not that big. The average condos, they're around 1,200 square foot. That goes up to like a 2,700 square foot in the penthouse style. But yes, definitely you may have to compromise some of the square foot if you are used to living in a single family. But the people who lives here, they want to experience this beach lifestyle. They want to wake up on the ocean. That's why they choose to live here. So you do have to, kind of evaluate yourself. Like, do you want to experience that walkability? You want to experience the beach just next to your home door. So that's something, if you want to live in, then 100% you will love living in these condos. And let's say if you want to live in a single family and you don't mind to walk or drive like a few miles distance, you do have a lot of choices too. So there are so many neighborhoods just nearby to the Fort Lauderdale beach itself. So I have made personal videos, like a vlog videos, where I walk you through those neighborhoods and try to show you around how it is. So some of the videos you will find in my playlist. So the Victoria Park, Turpin River, actually that's a beautiful neighborhoods, and these are very close. And if you want to live, like let's say if you want to just keep a boat and just ride through the boat, then you do have a lot of choices to to buy on the Bayside also. So a lot many choices, a lot many varieties of things you can buy from the Fort Lauderdale. So many things, and many people, like, because of the space problem, like the lot size is not big, many people even put the pool on the rooftop. So that you will not find in a suburb. Those things are very hard to see in the suburbs. So you do have to kind of evaluate like what things are mandatory for you and what things are not. So that's something, evaluate or talk to your professionals. Then you can narrow down the options, like if the Fort Lauderdale city is for you or not. So in a true sense, if you want to experience the Florida lifestyle, then definitely Fort Lauderdale city is for you. In a true sense, what I'm saying is you do have the access to the ocean from your community very easily. I would say there are like 42,000 boats are registered just in the Fort Lauderdale. That many people are using their own boats, and they're parking their own boats next to their house. So and that is the reason it's called as a Venice of America, because every that 60 neighborhoods which I'm keep talking to you, because those neighborhoods are registered as a safe neighborhoods in the Fort Lauderdale cities, and most of every neighborhood has the access to the ocean. So every like a lake is connected to the bay, and bay is connected to the ocean. So if you are living in a suburb, no chance. You literally have to put your boat behind your car, and it's a task to go to some park, and then you go to the ocean. But in this case, just from your straight home, you go to the ocean. I've heard people not using the cars for going to the restaurants, because there are so many restaurants actually in the ocean itself. They have a boat access. Just see how fancy it is, because you see the children, okay, let's go to the restaurant, and you get ready in the boat, and you are parking your boat and going to the restaurant from your boat. You don't have to drive there. Another thing I find in the Fort Lauderdale is people use more bikes, golf carts, because everything is so close. I would say if you're using Uber, like less than $15, even $10, you can reach to your favorite beach in just few minutes. It's very close. I know the traffic is crazy. That's one of the big con here. And that's another reason people don't like to use the cars locally, because going to A to B is crazy there. So except using the cars for your work, you can use this all fun kind of things, like, the bikes, motorbikes, using the skateboards. You can also use the golf cart as a family together. So that's pretty much common. You may find even people doing that kind of fun in the Fort Lauderdale. Another fact about this city is, which I like, and that think about if it fits in your situation, is this is a famous tourist town. So if you have a business and you want some access of that business to the tourist, and you want to explore not just the resident or the winterbirds, then this city is for you. And this is a little bit different than the Miami. That's something I'm going to create another video for that. But overall, I like more Fort Lauderdale, because it's not crazily populated, but at the same time it does have a lot of access of the tourists. So if you have some business like a restaurant business or the motel business, it runs really, really, really well in the Fort Lauderdale area. So if you want to live because of that business near to your business site, then also it's a good choice, because you have a less commute, you save a lot of time in the commute, and at the same time you're experiencing the Florida lifestyle by living in that city. And definitely this another point is very important, because the Fort Lauderdale International Airport is very close. So many people even choose living in there, because especially millennials, because if they have to travel frequently, they don't want to commit that time, and at the same time they want this lively lifestyle, and that's what you get in the Fort Lauderdale. Another thing I want to point out is Fort Lauderdale has beautiful nightlife. This city is constantly running, I would say 24/7. Anytime you go, it's beautifully decorated. Even the small restaurants, you will find the live bands. You will find the people doing the guitar stuff on the road also. So it's quite a bit very beautiful nightlife. They have a great clubs also. So for the millennial, this is like a best shot, because everything is very close by. Nightlife is crazy, and also at the same time it's not that costly compared to the Miami. That's why many people choose living in a downtown Fort Lauderdale. Another point is the retail market is very, very strong there. So the Fort Lauderdale, since I said, is a tourist place, so not a lot of you will see the franchise, but many people don't go in those franchise business while they are visiting Fort Lauderdale. They want to experience this retail market, local market. So even for the shoppings, you will see so many local shops, even for the clothes, even for the boutiques, like saloons. So many like a local mom and pop retail shops. So just to experience this mom and pop shops, people go specifically there. Like we personally go to have the ice cream in one of the shop in the Fort Lauderdale. So it's really like a retail market is very strong, and that makes the city's economy very strong. And overall the real estate market stays strong because so many winter birds move here. So many tourists are visiting this place. So this place is not empty ever. It's very lively. So your real estate market is constantly booming. It's like even in this COVID time, you see the rental market is booming. Even single family houses are booming. So the overall economy of this town is very strong. You don't have to worry about that at all. So these are the key points. I would say it's kind of a bit helpful to you if you want to decide to live in Fort Lauderdale or not. And I haven't much highlighted cons in this video, but there is another video I have made where I'm talking about pros and cons at the same time. So if you want to check out that video, that will help you out a little more. So, and let me know, comment me below, how do you find my content? If you want any of the other neighborhoods you want me to visit, or you want me to make any other content of that particular city, let me know. I would love to create that. And yes, if you're moving to this town, make sure you contact us. We have a great service for our clients who are moving from other state. Like it's a system we followed so that you don't have to go through all kind of stress the moving, and we may try to make your process very, very, very convenient and stressless. So don't forget to contact me, and yes, don't forget to subscribe also. Thank you so much for watching me and supporting me. I appreciate your support.